Wow, look at this. Here it is, Monday, and it's a school day. Welcome back to school. I feel like we had almost 1 week of summer total. I remember just a few weeks ago, I was saying goodbye to last year's class, and here I am again with a brand new group of students that I can't wait to get to know. Every week, you will find in the announcements area of your class the weekly announcements. There's typically a lot of things that I'm going to be updating you on every week. You'll want to watch these announcements because not only are they chock full of information, but sometimes there's extra credit. And you might want some extra credit in your chemistry class, right? I'm Miss Bawaka, and I am going to take you on a journey this school year of fun filled science. Let's go ahead and start and see what is in our announcements for this week. And here it is, August 13th through the 17th, your chemistry weekly announcements. I like some festivities sometimes, so I chose this festive screen background or PowerPoint background. Typically, there'll be a few slides, one, two, or three, where I go over pertinent information that I learned about the previous week. But since this is the first week of school, I don't have any of those. Now, like I said, this is chemistry, and you guys are in for a wonderful, fun time. You're going to have such a fun time that some of you are going to see me twice during the day, which I'm very excited about. So, we have here two Class Connect sessions. On the plan, I'm always going to tell you what those Class Connect sessions, like the topics are, so you can plan accordingly. Because sometimes you're going to say, hey, I already know about this topic, but I really want help on the activity part. And then you'll just come to the 12 o'clock session, or you'll be like, I have no idea what this is. I looked at this, and I need to come to the 10 o'clock session. Most times, you might be required to come to both sessions, like the first few weeks of school. But then eventually you may see optional for one, required for one, and I'll go over that in class. Basically, here on our class plan, I tell you what we're doing, right, for each one of these days. And then I tell you your weekly assignment, not assignment, your weekly reading, which you should be reading throughout the week in order to do the work. And then I tell you what's due and the days that it's due. You'll have 2 to 3 assignments every week. It could be a quiz, it could be discussion posts, it could be a project, it could be a presentation, whatever it may be. But look for 2 to 3. And they could be due any day of the week. This week, you happen to have some things due on Monday, first day, right? And then some things due Thursday, Friday. So our first session on Monday, we're going to do a welcome and introduction. A welcome introduction. It says complete discussion post. You're not going to really have time to complete it then. But if you want to, after class, you can do that. Because during our noon session, you're going to come back, you're going to complete your new student quiz and the discussion post. Then on Tuesday, we're going to have an overview of chemistry and CER, which a lot of you guys are familiar with from your previous science class, claim, evidence, and reasoning. And then we're going to take a look at exploring learning, which is the gizmos. I'm going to demo that. You're going to get your code. You're going to sign up. And we're going to do just a laid back activity. On Wednesday, we're not going to look at SIF figs. We're going to look at sig figs. I don't know why that didn't switch over. And a little bit of math review, looking at converting within the metric system. And then in our noon class, we're going to actually be working on our practice problems and getting those ready so that way you have half of them done. On Thursday, we're going to look at accuracy and graphing. And then in the afternoon session, we're going to finish up our practice problems, which deal with active accuracy and graphing. And you should be able to turn that in at the end of that class session, as you can see down there. And Friday, we're going to look at, I'm going to demo to you a lab. So we're going to do the first part together, which is really important because then that tells you how to do the second part. And sometimes for labs, I turned that in, I did that too fast. Sometimes for labs, you'll be turning in a lab report, or you might be writing a discussion post, or you might take a quiz, okay? So not every lab you turn in, even though I'll give you directions on how to complete it, you have to look and see what your final product is. For our first lab analysis of powder lab, um, you should come back at noon. Everybody should come back at noon, or at least come to the noon session. That way, you don't have to test all of the powders, and you get to work with groups, and you'll be able to, get your information. But there's nothing. What you're going to do when you're done with that, because I'm not asking for a lab write up, I'm not asking for a discussion post. You're going to have a quiz on that, so you'll want to make sure that you do that quiz, and then all your discussion post follow up should be answered by then. So for work this week, we've got our new student quiz, which is extra credit. We've got our discussion post we're going to do on Monday. You should make sure you answer anything by Friday because it's going to close out. Thursday, you've got your practice problems, measurement and chemistry due, which is from chapter 1. And then we're going to do our analysis of powder lab quiz as well. And finally, if you have questions, feel free to email me. I have time to check my emails. It's not always in the morning. Sometimes I can't get back to you right away. It may be in the afternoon, but I will email you back typically 24 hours, within 24 hours. The best way is to text me. Sign up for the Remind Me, and I'll be going over this in class tomorrow. When you sign up for the Remind Me app, you can directly, text message me. I can answer that 99% of the times faster than I can in email. And then, of course, there's always the old-fashioned, give me a call on my cell phone. Call me on my cell phone. I don't know the rest of those words. All right, so this is Ms. Bawaka saying good night. Oh, no, I'm not saying good night. I am saying good morning. And let's make this a great, fun-filled first week. Can't wait to see you. And that's all I've got to say. Bye now.